Hello everyone. In this tutorial, we are going to continue discuss about decision analysis. Let's see the PowerPoint presentation. Here you go. Yeah. Decision analysis, quantitative analysis for management and education by Renderster and Hannah, and this PowerPoint created by Jeff Hale. So we will continue discuss about this decision analysis, especially about the last decision criteria or type. So we already discussed about the types of decision-making environments. There are three environments: under certainty, uncertainty, and under risk. In this video tutorial, we will discuss about the third type of decision-making environment. That is decision-making under risk. One important thing that differentiate this type with the others two types environment is about the probabilities. So we understand the probabilities. Let's see the case or the explanation about decision making under risk. So if we have possible state of nature and the alternative, and we know the probabilities, so we can use this solution or this way to solve our problem. The most popular method to choose the alternative is with focusing or refers to the value of expected monetary, or that called as EMV. The calculation or how to generate or calculate the EMV is quite simple. Just see the payoff of first state of nature and multiply it with the probability of first state of nature. And then it's also happen for the next state of nature. So every state of nature will multiply with the probability. And we will have the EMV. To make it clearer, then I will show you the case samples. We will use the same case like the previous case in Thomson Lumber Company. So there are three kinds of alternative that can be chosen in this company. The first one is construct a large plant, and then the second one is small plant. So we have three alternative. This is the alternative: construct a large plant, the first one, and then small plant or do nothing. And then there are two state of nature. The market can be favorable or it can be unfavorable. Favorable means the market will be good. There are a lot of people that want to buy the product from this company. Unfavorable means the other side of the result. That means the market will be bad, or maybe nobody want to buy this product. That's why if we construct a large plant, if we choose this alternative, the first alternative, if the market favorable, then this company will have or will get 200,000 as the profit. But on the other hand, if the unfavorable market happen, then this company will lose 180,000. For a small plant, this company will get 100,000 for favorable market and minus 20,000 for unfavorable market. If do nothing will be chosen for this company, then if whether the market is favorable or unfavorable, then this company will be safe or get nothing, but also lose nothing. Because there are two states of nature, so we can pretend or assume that the result will be 50-50. Or if we use it using a number, decimal number, then we can write it 0.5 and 0.5 for the probabilities. So this is the probabilities that we can use. Its market has probability of 0.5. And then now we can calculate it's the EMV. For the first one, for large plant, just multiply 200,000. This is 200,000 with 0.5 plus minus 180,000 times 0.5. And we have 10,000 for the first one. For the second alternative, we have 40,000, and for the last alternative or do nothing, we have 0. Then choose the best or the highest EMV. The highest EMV is 40,000, which means small plant will be the best decision for this case. Or if the probability is 0.5 and 0.5 or 50% and 50% for favorable and unfavorable market, then choose the small plant. Small plant is the wise one. Okay. Because it has largest EMV. And then sometimes there are some other company or third-party company that offer us to conduct a survey for the market. This is the example. So we can calculate the price using expected value of perfect information. If somebody or another company offer us a perfect information, how much we should pay that, or how is the value for get that information. We can calculate it using EVPI, or expected value of perfect information. So this is the case. One incorporation called as scientific marketing offer analysis about market condition, favorable and unfavorable, to make or predict more precise probability for favorable and unfavorable. They ask the Thomson Lumber Company the cost to conduct this survey. The cost is 65,000. So, based on this case, we need to calculate, is it worth purchasing the information from scientific marketing? If we are working in Thomson Lumber Company, then we have to calculate, is it worth it, or we need to consider one more time about the offer from scientific marketing. One way to calculate it is using EVPI. In this slide, we can see expected value of perfect information can be derived from this formula. So we need to calculate EV with PI minus maximum EMV. The maximum EMV, I think we have this using the previous calculation, which is 40,000. This is the best that we knows already how to calculate it, and this is also become the reason why we are going to choose small plant if we pretend the market will be 50% and 50%. So our duty now, or what we should to do, is try to find the EV with PI. EV with PI can be derived from best payoff for first state of nature times probability, and then best payoff of second times that probability, etc., until all the alternatives is calculated. So this is the, because we have two state of nature, favorable and unfavorable. So we can see from this case, for favorable market, that means we have to see this column. In this column, 200,000 is the highest number or the best payoff that can be derived or get. For unfavorable market, we know there are three numbers: minus 180,000, minus 20,000, and 0. So 0 is the highest one. We will use 200,000 for favorable market and 0 for unfavorable market. Then this is the best payoff for its state of nature, and then multiply it with the probability 0.5 and 0.5. So 100,000 is the result. Then the expected value of perfect information can be calculated, because we have, if we expected value with perfect information as 100,000, we put it for this number and minus maximum EMV, 100,000 minus 40,000. So the result is 60,000. The result means this is the number or the value of perfect information that offer. So that means if scientific marketing offer 65,000, that's a bit higher, because the maximum information that Thomson should pay is 60,000. So it's depend on the decision maker. The first one refuse it, or the second one maybe we can bargain it to become the maximum 60,000 or no more than $60,000. If deal, then we can ask the scientific marketing to conduct the survey. But it not make it, so maybe we can try to hire another outsourcing or third party to conduct the survey. Yeah. Okay. And the other thing to calculate the decision or create the decision based on decision making under risk is see the expected opportunity loss. This is expected opportunity cost is the cost not picking the best solution. It's the way how you calculate the expected opportunity loss. So for the large plan, 0.5 times 0 plus 0.5 times 180,000. So this is the state of nature if we see the opportunity loss. If we are not choose the best alternative, we will lose, or we will get 0 for favorable market in large plan and 180,000 for unfavorable market. And then after that, choose the smallest number. 60,000. So construct a small plant is the best solution. You can see how to find the expected opportunity loss in the detail in the handbook. Now we are going to focus in decision tree. How to solve the decision using decision tree. Just like the name trees mean we will make or create a tree, a branch about the case. So we will use the same case before we practice to solve the decision. I will tell you about some description or structure of decision tree. So the tree start from the left to right. You can see the below graph, and there are two type of shape. The first one is square. Square represent decision node, while circle represent state of nature node. Line or branches connect the decision node and the states of nature. So if we have this case, first case is this case. It's a bit bit messy, a bit messy. Yeah. In this case, so if we try to create uh, the tree, then the first decision that we need to do is to find out the alternative. The decision to find three kind of alternative. The first alternative is conduct a large plant. The second one is small, and the third one is nothing. If we choose the large alternative, then there are two kind of state of nature that can be happen. The first one is the market will be favorable, and second one the market might be unfavorable. That's also happen for the small alternative, favorable market or unfavorable market. Nothing actually has two things, to favorable market and unfavorable market. But for favorable and unfavorable market, it will give the same result, which is zero. That's why we will see about the nothing solution. We can also write it like this. So become only one, and we don't have to type this state of nature, because whatever the state of nature, the result is the same. And then put all the alternative. So if we back to the slide, we can see this is how you generate the decision tree of this case. One decision node to choose the alternative large, small, or nothing, and each alternative has a state of nature node that represent with circle, favorable or unfavorable. Okay, and just fill the payoff for each alternative. In this case, the payout will be 200,000. But if large and unfavorable is minus 100,000, $180,000 for favorable in small, 100,000 will be got by the company if the market favorable. On the other hand, will lost 20,000, and for nothing is 0. Okay. Nah, we can uh, put it or using POMQM software application to solve this decision. Can open the POMQM, and then the first important thing is to choose the module decision analysis. And for this case, because this is in this case we are going to solve it using decision tree. So choose new decision tree graphical. You can just type the case Thomson still profit. Yeah. And this is how you draw the tree. This is quite simple. So in the right side, you will see the column. In this column, we can do some action like add branches, change to Evernote, copy, give the name, and give the information about the probability or also state of nature, etc. So in this case, because we have 3 branches of alternatives, so you can just add one more. Number of branches become 3 and add branches. So there are 3 decisions that can be made. The first decision is create a large plan. Then the second one is small plan. You can change the name, and third one is nothing. And then for each alternative has 2 state of nature. So click in this part, circle one, and add 2 branches. It's also happen for the small. And nothing, because nothing is whatever the result of market, the result just the same 0. So you can just change this circle to decision or for the number of result. So change to decision node for this one. Nothing, the profit is 0. Whatever happen, it will result 0. And by default, the probabilities will set by default as 0.5 and 0.5 because there are only 2 state of nature that will be happened. But if there are 3 in default, they will divide it 1 with 3. Or if there are 4 state of nature, the default will divide it in 4. So 1 divided by 4. So each state of nature, if there are 4 state of nature, then the probability of each state of nature is 0.24 or 1/4. The first one is favorable market. Probability is 0, and the profit is 200,000. For the unfavorable market, even to unfavorable market, probability is 0.5, but profit is minus because we lost actually. For the small, and for favorable market, 100,000 will be derived. 100,000 or million. This is 100,000, and will be derived when the market favorable. On the other hand, if the market unfavorable, will lose about $20,000. Make sure that all the number correct after you've done with this thing. Then exit the full screen. Yeah. After you're done with the drawing sketch about the case or the decision tree, then click solve. And you will have the best EMV for this case is 40,000. 40,000 means small is the best solution. The result actually the same with the calculation if we calculate it using decision table or using EMV like the previous one. 40,000 is the highest EMV that we got. So the best solution in this probability is construct a small plan. But just in case, if this company hire scientific marketing and the probability change, or after the survey, the probability change, so we can also edit or revise the probability. An example, after the survey, then scientific marketing found that the probability of favorable market is bigger or higher than the unfavorable market. An example, 60% by 40%. So we can just simply change the probability become 60% mean 60 divided by 100, 0.6. And for the unfavorable market, it become 40 or 0.4. We change it 0.6 and 0.4. Make sure all the number are correct and then just solve it. And what happened? Still, small is the highest EMV. It's 60 and 40%. Still, small is the best solution. Maybe if the probability higher, then the decision will give the other result. An example, if 80% is the probability for favorable and only 20% felt or unfavorable, and I'm pretty sure that the decision will be changed. Let's try. Yeah, $124,000 is the highest EMV. That means large is the best solution. Don't worry. If an example you put the wrong probability or the probability is not 1, then you cannot solve it. It will appear that there is an error. Must be 1 or 0. Yeah, 1 or 100 plus minus 0.01. This is like a tolerance of the probability. Yeah. Okay. I think that's all for the decision making under risk. You can learn the details more in the handout or the handbook or the slide, or you can also ask a question to me through the online medium that I will share to you, or you can also give a comment in YouTube if you have a question about this case. I think that's all. So see you Have a nice day. Stay safe and God bless all of you.